Making it happen. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Mark, you ready?
Yep.
From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Thanks for getting your pot on.
Yeah, baby.
Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. Be sure to follow us on YouTube at Billified, on Facebook at Billified, Billified_pod, on Instagram, Bill Moran Radio. It's all out there. We're going to get deeper into the Bills being the AFC East champions for the fourth year in a row. Second seed overall in the AFC. I think this is their first home playoff game they've had.
Since COVID,
yeah.
2020.
No.
And
They played Miami home last year.
did they play them at home last year?
Oh, that's right.
I forgot about that.
And they also played
New England, they played at
New
home.
England too, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Did they play the Bengals at home too?
Well, that's right.
Yeah, the Bengals too.
Yeah.
And you totally botched that
Yeah,
one,
you
didn't you?
totally
man?
fucked that one up.
All right, well, I just wanted to see who was paying attention
Well,
and who wasn't.
Maybe it's because it doesn't sell out because they
doesn't.
don't play in a dome.
Dude,
remember they had that super cold game.
So many posts.
Yep.
300, 350, 400 tickets
Yeah.
up on the board.
Yeah.
Well, Steelers fans travel
Steelers
well.
fans will
so-
pay, and
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's because they assume they're going to beat the Steelers,
Yes.
and you get
Right.
triple your price, and you're covered for the rest of the playoffs.
I will say Deontay Hardy quite possibly, in my opinion, saved the Bills' Super Bowl hopes by helping secure at least one home game to open the postseason. Right? Would we not say that? I mean, that was basically the turning point. And here is Hardy after the game being asked about his 96-yard return after the game. Check this out.
At like their 40-yard line, did you even get touched the whole time?
I don't know. I blacked out. I can't tell you what happened. I just seen a crease. I hit it. Next thing you know, I was free.
Was there a little pressure on it when you fielded inside the 5-yard line?
I didn't know where I was. I didn't know where I was. I mean, I kind of knew, like, I lined up on the 12. I thought I took like 2 steps back, figured I was catching the ball around the 10. I come back to the sideline. I'm like, how far was that? It was like 96. I was like, oh, imagine if I didn't make a play.
Exactly.
Right.
That's the rule.
Right.
The rule is you put your heel on the 10-yard line. You do not go backwards.
Right.
But they do it all the time now.
It's very, like, it's funny to hear him because it just shows you that all he's about is in the moment. He's not thinking, where am I on the field? How far do I have to go? It's just go. I'll go as far as I have to go.
Oh, he's making a soundbite. Get out of here. He knows exactly where he is.
I don't think so.
Oh, bull
I
crap.
don't know. He didn't sound too smart.
I really do. I think that he isn't exactly aware. Like, yes, you have a general idea. You've done it since you were
You
probably
don't make
9.
73 cuts and get down the field without knowing what you're doing or
Forrest Gump
blacking
did.
out.
I think it's one of these things where you get it and you go. I think the less you think about things, the more success you have. Truly,
Imagine the shit's going through your head.
Yes, exactly.
11 guys trying to kill
That game
you.
is coming so fast, man. I don't think you have time to think. I think it's
when
hit
you
and go.
unblack it, when you get the shit knocked out of you,
Yeah, I think.
does that wake you up?
I think that you.
No, that's when you definitely
That's
black
when
out.
you know. That's when you know, right? You don't want to let go of the ball. But I think I believe that. I believe that that's the thing. Now, if you are not a fan of the Bills or football, there was something. There was something last night on TV called the Golden Globes, and I was very, very excited for one reason.
Taylor Swift getting trashed?
No,
Weird Al winning?
no, it was Joe Coy was going to be. I've followed Joe Coy's comedy for years. Guy started out just playing clubs, coming around, and now he's got Netflix specials and he's doing well. He's still not like a household name, but I thought, what a great opportunity for this guy to get up and get his name out there. I don't think they could find anybody to host it. Don't forget, the Golden Globes have changed their name. It used to be like the...
Well, Jimmy Kimmel used to do it, right?
No, he did the Academy
Oscars.
Awards.
Academy Awards.
The Golden Globes were the British comedian
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais. And Ricky did a great job. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler did a great job.
Ricky Gervais is doing the Oscars this year, I think.
No, I don't know. So they have. So here comes Joe Coy, and they told him on December 10th that he was going to do this. Usually they announce who's going to almost 6 months in advance. It gives you a chance to really write your jokes and things like that. So Joe Coy gets up there. I just want to read you some of the headlines from around the internet about Joe Coy hosting. The LA Times, Joe Coy, Golden Globes kickoff award season with a fizzle. Rolling Stone, Golden Globes host Joe Coy booed during monologue, blames his writers. Variety wrote this: it turns out this year's Globes were still a train wreck, just not the kind one likes to watch. At just a hair over 3 hours, the ceremony was efficient on paper but felt interminable in practice, with forced banter, ill-conceived staging, and a woefully unqualified MC. I love this guy. I felt terrible for him.
Sounds like somebody I know blaming his writers when a joke goes south in the Spencer part.
This year's show was hardly a triumphant return, let alone a showcase for a new and improved Golden Globes. So Joe Coy is a nice, sensitive, funny guy. I don't know. Have you seen any of his specials?
No, I don't know.
You go check out Joe Coy. He's got a couple on Netflix. And he went on Good Morning America 3. They did like the extended version. So this was today. He went on 3, and he was
like ESPN 6.
Yeah, he went on. Here he is talking about the Golden Globes. Listen to this.
This year's awards show season is officially underway with the 81st Golden Globes kicking off last night.
And here to tell us all about it, the host with the most who took on the gig just 2 weeks ago. Please welcome comedian Joe Coy.
Joe, good to see you, man.
Good to see you guys.
So I guess the first question is, how was it?
Well, I mean, I had fun. You know,
How sad does he sound?
it was a moment that I'll always remember, and you know, it's a tough room, and it was a hard job. I'm not gonna lie. That was getting that gig, and then having the amount of time that you know we had to prepare was that was a crash course. You know.
But I got to be honest with you. I was very proud. I was sitting on my sofa in my room, and I was very proud of you. And
so this guy he got shit on everywhere. And I want to go through and play some of the jokes and just see.
Is it the room with the celebrities in it, or is it the TV audience that makes it a bad show?
I have a theory, and I think Mark is going to agree with me on most of what I say, because there's somebody in the entertainment industry that I have said for years has talent, and everybody goes, least talented guy, don't know why they pay him all this money, blah, blah, blah. Hosting is very different from doing stand-up. It's way different. You've got to land the jokes, but you've got to move things along. It's a different thing. And if you look at all the hosts that they've had before, it's all people who did improv. You know, Jimmy Kimmel hosts a show every night, so he's good at quick on his feet. A comic gets out there, they wrote a set, it's 45 minutes long, they recite it every night. It's the same thing every night.
Is that the best spot for a comedian, though?
It can be. I mean, it depends. Like, you look, Chris Rock's hosted them, but Chris Rock also did Saturday Night Live, improv. You know, that's where that was some of his background. So he had that. You know,
but does it matter who the host is? Because it seems like they shit on whoever hosts whatever.
I don't know. Like
I think I've heard a good review of a host.
That's a fair thing. They usually do find something to criticize. But I thought Kimmel did a nice job the past couple of years with the Academy Awards. So? Billy Crystal used to do a killer job.
But those guys
Kimmel doing it this year.
Those guys I can see hosting a show like that. Not just Joe comedian.
You got it.
Those guys are hosts. They can talk. They can actually navigate the whole situation. You got it.
This is what I'm saying. So
yeah, a normal comedian, no, you're right. He writes his script for 45 minutes, doesn't go off of it.
That's it. And even if you have writers and stuff. So I'll play you some of the jokes in a second.
Really good.
Start
off the top. What do you say to
flame out in 2025?
You got the Taylor one?
I mean, that is a lot of pressure.
All right, cool.
I'd be lying if it doesn't hurt. I hit like a little.
He sounds like Kimmel.
Moment there where I was just like, hosting is just it's a tough gig, and yes, I am a stand-up comic, but that hosting position is it's a different style, it's not the same style. So I kind of went in and did the whole
sounds like J-Man.
Writers thing. It's just like, we were all in that room together. We just had 10 days.
Well, a lot of his joke, he did a movie called Easter Sunday. I don't think it did really well at the box office, but it was this past year. It's based on his comedy and his family. And his mother's from the Philippines, so he does a lot of jokes about his mom.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he does a whole bunch of jokes about his mom.
Super hacked to believe your writers, though. I mean,
Trying to write something for this monologue. It was a crash course.
I don't think.
It's like the coach blaming the offensive coordinator.
I gotta still.
Well, we fired an offensive coordinator in Buffalo.
It worked out pretty well. I don't know.
That was his fault.
Bad. I mean,
fire the
you got a
comedian.
ton of laughs. I mean, if you had, I mean, were there some specific moments that you're talking about? Because I mean, I thought it was still overall decent and good.
Now listen, here's your joke.
Was there a moment where you felt like it just went off the cliff?
No, I think when the I don't even know when, but I think it was when the Taylor one was just a little flat, and I just it was a weird joke, I guess.
It was a great joke.
It was more on the NFL.
It was a great joke.
You know what I mean? I was trying to make fun of the NFL using cutaways and how the Globes didn't have to do that, and so it was more of a jab towards the NFL,
Yeah,
but,
and I don't think her reaction helped either.
It just didn't come out that way, so.
Worst endorsement for your job, though. It was decent and good.
I blame, actually, after listening to all this stuff, I blame Joe Coy. And I'll explain why in a second. Here is the joke that he was just referring to.
Welcome back, and as you know, we came on after a football doubleheader. The big difference between the Golden Globes and the NFL, on the Golden Globes, we have fewer camera shots of Taylor Swift. I swear.
That's funny. It's a great joke.
Good joke.
Great joke.
Sorry about that.
See, and then he goes, sorry about that.
Own it.
It was all, that's exactly it, Kevin. You nailed it. You can't, because he's so, I don't know if he's nervous or uncomfortable or whatever. That was a great, listen, I think it was a great
Their
joke.
40-yard line.
Whoops, sorry.
Welcome back, and as you know, we came on after a football doubleheader. The big difference between the Golden Globes and the NFL, on the Golden Globes, we have fewer camera shots of Taylor Swift. I swear. There's just more to go to here.
And I guess she had a snotty look on her face.
She did. She had some weird look on her face. So what? You're in the audience. Right. It wasn't a joke about anything about her. It wasn't. It was
all the Swifties are going to go after.
But it was all. It was all at the NFL. He's going. Right. They cut away all. That was
what sure do.
His two things he did wrong, in my opinion. Laughed before the punchline landed, and then apologized. Oh, sorry. Like he's uncomfortable. Right.
But
there.
he's a stand-up, so it's in his nature to take that, apologize for it, and go into crowd work for it. I think.
I guess, but I just
you can't work the crowd.
You got to own it. You got to step right to the edge and just own that. That was a great joke. Now here's the one I think where he makes reference to, I wrote some of these I didn't. So I don't know that he's really blaming. I guess you could say indirectly.
He said he blamed
I watched Barbie. I loved it. I really did love it.
This is
I
funny
don't want
too.
you guys to think that I'm a creep, but it was kind of weird being attracted to a plastic doll. It's just something about your eyes, Ryan.
See, that was funny. It's like taking you a little twist.
The whole show, just close your eyes, Ryan. Everyone just looks into your eyes. And Margot, it's not always about you.
I thought those were okay. I don't understand what everybody's saying is bad. I think this should be one more.
The key moment in Barbie is when she goes from perfect beauty to bad breath, cellulite, and flat feet. Or what casting directors call character actor. Some I wrote, some other people wrote. Robert De Niro's here. Yo, I got the gig 10 days ago.
Some I wrote. So I mean,
yo, shut up.
Own it. Did you see where he goes? You want a perfect monologue? They told me 2 weeks ago.
Shut up.
Shut up. Shut up. See, that's where I think when you can't go against the audience, and you just got to step to the edge and own it and be a little more affable, be a little more confident. People like confidence.
You know what I'd like to see?
What?
Post. Let's get Carrot Top out there with his trunk.
I think Carrot Top
would be hilarious.
I think Carrot Top would be great. He looks freakish now.
Oh, absolutely.
And everybody always made fun of Carrot Top. I think he's pretty clever. I always like Carrot Top.
I thought he was funny.
I did too. I know. And it's prop comic and all this bullshit. But I thought he was funny.
With his box of props and
have you seen him lately?
He looks like Barry Manilow.
He looks ridiculous. He's jacked, and then his face looks. He looks like I don't know, something out of what was the movie with Cher years ago?
Oh, yeah,
Mask.
Rocky
He looks like
Dennis.
Mask. He looks exactly like Mask. That's what he looks like.
Rocky Dennis.
We had a bartender we named Rocky Dennis one time. She looked like Rocky when she didn't have makeup on.
up to a meeting and we're looking at each other. We're like, holy shit, she looks like Rocky Dennis.
Does anybody know the show Saltburn or the movie Saltburn?
No.
I don't know this. And I guess there's a lengthy nude scene where the star, Barry is his name, he's dancing around completely naked. And I guess the biggest laugh Joe Coy got was when he said, "Where's your penis seated? Down front?" That was the real star of the show. And they like that to me, if you deliver it right, I think all his material was fine.
You think it was the delivery, right?
I think it was 100% the delivery. And my point with is Ryan Seacrest is the guy that every guy in radio would go, least talented guy. Well, he's got no talent at all. And I'm going, you try to do red carpet.
Yeah.
I've seen guys try to do red carpet.
I think he's excellent.
He is excellent. He's an excellent host. He's an excellent host. I'm not going to say he's the most creative guy. But that's not why you hired him.
But he'll tell you he's probably not.
He probably would.
Guy, you know?
I know that his show, his Ryan Seacrest's morning show, he has like 15 or 16 writers on that show. They're writing all the time with him. He's got a staff of like 30 for that radio show.
But he's the guy that could probably do this show.
Yes,
you don't want a
100%.
comedian. You got a bunch of stuffy-ass celebrities.
Yes.
And they're all stuck up. Now they're pissed off because he talked about Taylor Swift.
Well,
let somebody like Seacrest.
When Ricky Gervais did it, Ricky went at everybody, and he just never apologized and just mowed everybody down. And they were fucking hilarious. It was so funny. Like I just love comedy, and I really like this guy, Joe Coy. And I hate seeing him get beat up because I feel like it was one step. You know, you're always trying to get to the next level, whatever that is.
I don't think there's a next level for that guy.
But you got to take the
That's
shots.
what I'm worried about.
You can't not go with Taylor
Swift. It's got to be like a grilling session.
You can't
right?
not go with her.
Right.
Of course you can't not.
But
and it wasn't
right,
even
though.
at her.
No, it was at the NFL or the
Yes.
TV. Actually, more the TV
she's
station.
gonna get pissed off about all the shit that's said about her. That's gonna piss her off.
Travis Kelce's gonna kick his ass.
All she did was make a slight face. Maybe she's playing along. You know, like, hey, I don't know. They of course they zoomed in on it, and
just the problem is people like to be negative in this world.
Yes,
it's no one can say anything positive anymore. It's all negative bullshit.
It's true.
That's why ESPN. It's all negative.
What are you talking
This
about? They were
generation grew
loving
up
you.
on Family Guy and South Park, and
Right.
they're all offended about everything.
Right.
All right. So here's some Joe Coy.
Filipino, that's what I mean.
Joe Coy, he's Filipino. This is some of his material.
Which means my dad was in the military.
Funny.
But he laughs at his.
Yeah. See, that's but if you can see it, he's likable, you know.
Yeah, but some comics do laugh at their stuff.
Matt Rice does.
Well, yeah, he'll get to the point where he does laugh. Yeah,
He'll be hosting soon.
he would be He would work for it if you think about it.
And I bet you
he's an impromptu guy.
Yes, you got it.
Although most of his show is not.
No, I know most of his shows not. You only see the clips of the crowd work, but he was on Wild and Out, and that's all. That's basically improv.
Yeah, he can definitely do it.
And he could.
Married your mom, right? I'm like, why?
He'll get in after Nick Cannon hosts.
Because I love Chinese food.
I agree with Hellman. He is a hack. This is hack comedy.
She's Filipino, Dad.
Call Ippolito. See if he wants to play comedy, Carlson. Let's go to the show.
Well, he would sell. That's the thing.
That's right. Let's
Joe,
go.
I
Let's
think
go
Joe
see
Coy
it.
would crush.
He just played somewhere near
Tell
here
Mark to
recently.
get him there.
Yeah,
we'll
he
go
did.
see him.
Was it
He-
the
he's very
Auditorium Center,
funny.
maybe?
Might have been. Might have been. He was
auditorium.
playing theaters and stuff.
I
Yeah.
know my coworker went and saw him.
Yeah.
I'd
and-
never heard of him.
Yeah, he's good. I enjoyed him, and I was disappointed to see him get killed everywhere. I thought his material wasn't as bad. It just fell flat. And I think once you go there, I'll tell you who the best ever was, George Lopez. George Lopez,
yeah.
when George Lopez had the show, the late night show on TBS, his monologue was the shittiest monologue. It was all bad jokes. We used to play it when I was on the break room. We would do comparison of the monologues, only because George would sell the jokes so well. It would be the worst version of whatever, right? Yeah, you had Fallon and Kimmel and all these guys. But the way he closed it and the way he sold it, it was phenomenal. And that's what you need to be. You got to just sell it. Plow through. Beth Donahue once told me, if you want to be a great comedian, you can't care. You can't
That's
care.
right.
You can't care. You can't. You know, and I think maybe this
Talking
guy's
about-
too sensitive.
She says that, but you were talking about someone that cares.
Oh God!
You know?
Oh God! Jesus.
Was Kimmel always a writer, or did he do stand up back in the day?
No, he did not.
He was always a writer.
No, he was a radio host.
Yes,
he came from radio. He did morning shows
I know
in
he did
Tampa.
morning radio.
He was morning in
I thought he was a
Tampa.
writer,
He
too.
was a morning in Seattle, and then he took the producing job for Kevin and Bean in L.A.
He used to
And
do
that's
the Jimmy the D.
Jimmy D
Jimmy
on
D-
sports.
Yeah,
yeah. It
And
was a
then
syndicated
we used to
bit.
play. Those were freaking funny,
funny as hell. right?
hilarious.
Yeah, they were very funny. One of the one, some of them I don't think he could play today.
Oh, I wish we could find those.
I don't think he could. The one he did on the Williams sisters, I don't believe.
Oh,
he could.
that's
I don't think he could play. That.
and his delivery, the
It was
delivery, was
deadpan.
excellent.
Excellent. That's it. Excellent. All right, we'll take a moment. Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, baby.
Feeling good?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I have some concerns. I'm sure Greg Connors shares some of those concerns.
I'm gonna get up and walk out like Hillman. It's gonna be ridiculous.
We will get to that next. But first, BTB Woodfire Pizza and Grill in the mall at Grease Ridge. Man, new specials. I'm always impressed when I think of like the specials. Kevin got the broccoli French. It's a great idea.
Oh man, it's been a huge seller.
I'm sure.
Huge.
I saw 10, 12 plates with the other night.
Do I have the poutine burger?
You do.
The poutine burger is phenomenal. French fries. What kind of cheese is that? Provolone?
It's cheddar cheese
Cheddar
curds.
cheese. Cheddar cheese curds.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why my
you
tongue
gotta
couldn't
poutine the right way.
Yes, you do. The poutine the right way.
It is so fashionable. We know what the hell's on.
That's
it.
not true. I was savoring it slowly. They come, so you get the fries. I'm a big fan of your chips.
I
The
love
chips on there are phenomenal, and then the gravy just adds the right.
Yep.
That is perfect. And I know there's some other specials that you got to get in there and check out, especially maybe next Sunday, 1 o'clock.
Let's
May
do
wanna
it.
Wander in there.
We're gonna do it.
You get the chicken mac and cheese soup. I don't know why. That sounds so good to me.
I know. I haven't tried it yet.
No?
I'm gonna try it though.
Okay, the chicken mac and cheese soup, or the chips 3 ways as a shareable.
That's great.
My wife had
you
that
get,
the other night.
you
I
get
did.
the
She
regular
had it.
chips, you get
Yeah.
the ranch chips, you get barbecue chips, and
Right.
the garlic aioli that you kind of dip them in.
That's.
It's a great idea.
I had to take that home Friday
I
night.
think I would need like 3 orders of that.
Yeah. Well, Kevin can tell you the tray is huge.
It's
that it
one of
comes on.
these. It
Yeah.
comes in this.
Okay.
To go.
It took
yeah,
her
comes in a
3
big
days
one.
to eat it.
Well, your wife is small.
Well, I took a bag of them. Small. I had to help. She was
Small
struggling.
bag. His quart-sized bag is
No,
small.
it was just a little lunch, just a little sandwich bag. I'd have something to eat on the ride to Buffalo.
BTB Woodfire Pizza and Grill in the mall at Grease Ridge. The food is phenomenal, and you get 10% off if you say Billified.
Absolutely.
There you go. Check it out. BTB Woodfire Pizza and Grill in the mall at Grease Ridge.